Okay, guys, this is for the brains of the group. Let's see how much you guys like cosmology.
Oh.
Did you know that 19 galaxies are apparently missing dark matter, and nobody knows why? Do you guys know what dark matter is?
Yeah, it's the space that's space, right?
Nope. Lou, do you know what dark matter is?
I thought that was what Angel thought. That's what I thought it was.
So you think it's empty space?
Or just it's whatever most of the universe is dark matter, I think, apparently.
Most of it's dark matter, but we can't detect it.
Right.
Okay. So it's not necessarily space.
Then how do they know it's missing if they can't detect it? How do they know it's missing in those galaxies?
That is a very good question. You are like a little scientist over there, Lewis. They can detect, they can't say, okay, this is dark matter and hold it in front of you, but they can detect it like evidence, of things happening, and they make equations from it, and then they can figure out like, okay, that's why the universe is expanding, or that's why this galaxy is spinning around and getting kind of sucked into the middle. But it shouldn't be doing that because of the regular matter mass that's in the galaxy. There's not enough of it to behave for the galaxies to spin like they do. So they come up with this dark matter equation, and they can apply it across all these different scenarios of universe expanding, accelerating, and then in these galaxies spinning. So now they're looking at these galaxies. And then they're realizing, okay, from these equations, from our predictions, there's dark matter everywhere. What is like 90% of the universe or something like that, right? So what they're finding out is that these galaxies don't have any of it in there. And if this stuff's supposed to be everywhere, why isn't it in these galaxies? What do you guys think about that?
I know where the dark matter was.
I'm
I know where
gauging you here. I'm gauging your
I know where it
depth
is. I know
of
where the dark matter.
cosmology here.
The dark matter was in your pants in your stripper story.
Well, I think there's your measurement.
And there's none in these galaxies. So I may have to go visit.
It's on your underwear
pants.
in that dumpster. That's where that dark matter is.
That was funny.
That was a good. That
was a good one.
See, I'm happy when a joke, when I can tell the same joke twice and it still gets a laugh. That's good. That's a thumbs up.
Well, that dumpster thing, you added to it. You see what I mean?
But it's still the same. But it was
no. That's what I mean.
Okay.
You add it. You didn't just say, oh, it's on your. But the dark matter's your poo, Jordan. You said my shorts in the dumpster. You add it. That's funny. So we're helping Lou because Lou's funny. Lou is funny, but we're helping him really slay the audience. That was funny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's the hat.
Right.
I'm just living. I'm working off the brawn energy.
That's okay. Oh, I don't have pit stain. Good. I get it all the time. It's awful. Okay, well, I can tell you guys aren't, but this is what I'm gonna switch to this next one here. Okay.
Okay.
They found an ultramassive black hole that they've never found. And they haven't found one this big ever. And basically they're saying like the biggest one they found, I guess back in the day, was 17 solar units. Is that what they're saying? 17 solar masses. And one solar mass, listen to me. One solar mass is 333,000 Earths. Okay, that's one solar mass. So they were saying, okay, we found this black hole that was 17 solar masses, and they're saying, oh no,
how big is
that's
how big our sun is? Is like our sun one solar mass? Because there's different size suns.
No.
Confusing.
No. I think the solar mass is like the size of our solar system.
Oh, I guess that would make. Yeah, I'm thinking of a sun, but no, but solar is also for sun, though. I think that's what.
I don't know what that is. Well, solar system. You know, I don't know. That's a very good question. But anyway, November they were stumped to discover a black hole so heavy it shouldn't exist, and that was 70 solar masses. So guess this frickin' black hole is 40 billion solar masses. And they were saying that 70 solar masses is impossible. And now they're finding one at 40 billion. 40 billion.
What if it just sucked up the rest of the universe and we're all stuck in there just kind of going like, this sucks?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's 40 billion. You know, I mean, Christ, dude. Christ.
I mean, does it matter, though? Would it matter if you're on Earth and you're stuck in a black hole? You're still on Earth. Maybe it probably would matter, but you could also say maybe it doesn't matter because you're still just chilling on Earth.
Do you know how black holes work?
I think, like, time is different. Time moves differently.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Maybe you're watching Interstellar.
But does it just crush everything? Like, the Earth couldn't go into a black hole? Would it just get crushed?
What happens is, let's say this microphone.
Every fucking atom.
Let's say this microphone, this right here is the black hole, right? Or let's say this is like the middle of the black hole, and this is the edge. So when you go into the black hole, right? Let's say you're normal here, but when you get here, number one, light can't get away. But when you start falling into the black hole, this part of your body compared to this part of your body is under like way more gravitational pull. So it actually stretches your body out because this is so much heavier than this, you know, the top part of your body. So you actually get what's called spaghettification. And that's the actual scientific term.
So would you perish? Like a person wouldn't survive? They would just get crunched or stretched out?
I mean, you're stretched into spaghetti. You know, I don't know. It seems to me like you'd probably die because your body here on the top is so much lighter than the body on the bottom or whatever that it just stretches you out. Like it just physically stretches you out.
At least you could be like, I died from physics. That's kind of cool. That could be your last thought. Like, how many people get to die from physics?
Well, I mean, we all die from physics,
but not something like that. Like real like cool physics.
I died from cool physics.
I died from cool physics. Yeah, like not just like falling off a building, like a black hole spaghettified you. That's
Angel doesn't believe in physics. Okay, Angel, what do you have to say?
I definitely believe in physics. But to be honest with you, none of that shit, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I don't even think about that. The shit that is always in the back of my head is quantum mechanics. And the theory of, you know, like, well, I don't even know if it's a theory. It's kind of been proven that, you know, electrons will act differently under observation.
Yes, isn't that weird?
It's fucking the strangest thing. And then we always think of something finish
the thought. An electron will behave differently depending on whether or not one is
being observed,
looking at it or measuring it. And it's just like that. It took me so long to really like wrap my head. Literally, if you look at the electron with your eye, it will change the way that it physically behaves.
Yep.
Otherwise,
if you have a camera pointed at it,
even if you have whatever you've got to look at it, not your eye. Obviously, you can't see it with your eye, but whatever little trick that we use. In other words, if we have so basically it behaves like a certain way when no one's looking. But when you look at it, the whole fucking thing behaves in a different way with a camera or a measuring device. And basically the intention of trying to measure it is what changes the behavior. That's crazy.
It's also the fact, I mean, like when you start getting into quantum physics and you start getting into quantum mechanics, you start realizing that we only interpret size in what we know, like ourselves, you know? So it's just like the size of the fucking universe might be a pin, you know, the size of the entire universe. That whole fucking giant black hole might be just this tiny little thing in comparison to what's really out there, what's really going on. We have no fucking concept of it, but we think of these things is grand in scale because we're comparing it to either the size of human beings, the size of our planet, the size of our fucking solar system. So it's just like when you hear something like that in retrospect, yeah, you're just like, fuck, that's gnarly.
Well, I guess a solar unit might be the size of the sun. Let's say it is, but like 40 billion suns. Let's just say it's just a sun. 40 billion suns, bro.
That's nuts.
Just that. It might even be, a solar unit might be bigger.
But then you also have to think, how are things affected that go into black holes? Like something that's so super massive like that, what would our relative size to it be? Like you're talking about the spaghettification type of thing. And it's just like, well, at what point does that occur with something that goes into a black hole? It's like saying, okay, you turn on your garbage disposal, right? So if you put a piece of pasta in your garbage disposal, it's going to get chopped up. But if you put a grain of fucking sand in it, is it going to affect anything? You see what I'm saying?
Is it going to fuck up your disposal?
No, like the grain of sand, like if you throw a grain of sand, like one little fucking grain of sand into a garbage disposal.
Yes.
It's going to get affected, but not nearly as quickly as, let's say, a piece of pasta. So it's just like that.
Like spaghetti?
Yes, that's kind of where I'm going with this, Jordan.
Okay. So if you throw spaghetti in a black hole
So what I'm saying is just if you throw spaghetti,
So what you're trying to find out is what happens to spaghetti when it goes in a black hole.
No. God damn it.
It turns into angel hair.
That's it. I'm gone. Leave me.
No, come on. I'm not trying to lure you. I'm not trying to lure you, man. I'm not trying to lure you.
You just lewd the fuck out of it. But no, what I'm saying is relative to size, like it would take, let's say we start getting engulfed by this thing. It would take us, lifetimes to even realize that we're going to get fucking sucked into this thing. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the size of the sun, then it's just like, oh shit, no, we're going to feel every inch of that. That's going to suck.
Oh, no, I don't know. No, I think here's a problem. I think when you, of course, to you, it doesn't seem this way, but when you approach a black hole, and let's say I'm watching you, Angel, approach a black hole, right? And I'm safe, but I'm watching you go. You will slow down in time. And you will totally freeze before you even enter. In my view, your time will slow down, and you will just be frozen, either in it or outside of it, right outside of it. From my point of view, you will actually cease, like your time will stop, or at least almost stop, right? So from my point of view, but from your point of view, it'll be normal, and it actually your stretchification will happen very, very quickly. Very fast. So you just be like, blop. But from my point of view, you'll be timeless. That's according to the laws of general relativity. As I was editing this, I actually realized that I'm not really sure if this is true or not, and I don't have enough time to research it. What do you think about that? You gonna sleep tonight?
Yeah.
Does that weird you out? No, okay, it's not a big deal.
No. Not in the slightest.
It's kind of weird to me. Kind of weird to me a little bit.
It's kind of trippy, but I'm also high.
I'm starting to get more and more aware of existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think as you get older, you start to understand mortality. And then once you start to wrap your brains around that, I mean, I think I go through little existential crises every once in a while about just the nature of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that the panic doesn't do me any good. It's not changing anything.
However, if you really let that panic go, it will kind of solve the problem on its own. But
when you say let it go, are you talking about just letting yourself feel that panic?
Yeah. I mean, now we're getting into fucking philosophical, spiritual discussions. But no, if you let go, in meaning that there is no one who can let go. There is nobody who's panicking. There's nobody who can stop the panicking. You are not really there. If you come to that realization, then the panic will stop. But as long as you're trying to do anything, including letting go, including having a realization, then it won't work.
Well, that's your fucking ego.
Well, that's it, because you're trying to do something, even be ego-less, it's. But when you realize that there's no possible way to do that, and that the ego is there, then you go, oh, I see. There's nothing I can do. Huh. When you realize that you are in an ego field, at least for now, and that whatever you do is futile, you literally go, and it is an ego realization as well at the same time. And that's why it works.
Yeah, no, it's a little dance that your fucking mind plays. And I've had that. I told you that was my whole thing, like where I'm like, I'll stop and I'll like break down. And I'll be like, I don't want to fucking die. I want to continue to exist. And then I'll stop and be like, what, dude, what are you doing? Just who gives a shit? Like,
hitting rock bottom.
It's all.
Yeah.
But it comes and it goes. It's weird. It's like these weird little waves. Anyway, who's Sub-Zero here on the fucking screen?
No, it's good. No, let's get this good conversation. What about you, Lou? Do you have existential crises?
What? I'm too happy. I don't live a life of there's not. I don't. Panic is not something that happens too often for me. Because I'm pretty like mellow. I mean, I've gotten depressed before, but panic is no. I don't tend to get. Yeah, I just live I
think depression falls a bit in there as well. Like depression's a part of that whole panic spectrum and kind of getting deep into some weird shit that's not normal waking everyday happy-go-lucky life. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Lou. Lou's a happy guy, everybody. Take it from Lou. Take a lesson from Lou, everybody. Let me show you this one. Lou just, what did he hang up?
No,
he's still there.
Did he freak up and freak out and hang up? Like, I can't take this anymore.
You can, you can see how upset I am.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay, guys, listen. This is important stuff. Amica Harris admits she's tired 1 week after giving birth to Chris Brown's son.
What is she tired of?
I don't know. That's enough. Okay.